very specialized,
I
but
just
they
wanted to
also
make sure you're
have,
clear.
yeah, they also have, the regular residential, they have commercial. And that was my question, was when I first met with him and he said that he was branching out to Fort Wayne, I said, "What is your reason?" And he did not have one. It was like he literally was kind of taken back that I asked him that,
Yeah,
because his only answer was growth. I have grown
yeah.
my team so fast and so well and so successful that we've now reached the ceiling. And
Yeah.
then I brought to his attention, after I was able to stroke the ego and, again, congratulate him on all the success. However, look at this. And I brought something to his attention. I showed him the hole, and he
Hmm.
definitely recognized that he needed somebody that specialized, because of how intertwined this niche is with everything else in all aspects of all businesses. So
It's
I
huge. It's huge.
yeah,
And you're like a little bit above, in front of me, which is awesome because I love that because it keeps us on our toes, right? But and good morning, everyone. So we are live right now, and I'm Felicia Saraceno, one of your pack coaches right now. And we just had a little. If you join the pack call, the LFG call early, you kind of get a little bonus, and we get to talk about your business and what's going on in your business and how the senior niche real estate business is really growing right now in leaps and bounds, which we love, and how us as coaches can support you in that. So, one of the biggest pieces of my business and our business right now for PAC is getting the message out there and letting people know the statistics. Now, Heather just shared that she met with a large team and that this was news to him, this senior sector of real estate, which is normal in everyone's business because we're focused on luxury entertainment, golf, pickleball now, lakefront properties, waterfront properties, and uh, ranch and land. And we could go on and on and on, and all the different niches that are out there in real estate, right? They're everywhere. First time home buyers, short sales, foreclosures, probate. You could go through the whole gamut of lists. But the biggest aha is that 58% of our sellers are seniors last year. That's huge. And everyone should know that stat. These stats come from NAR. They come out every single April, and that's for the previous year. So in 2025, it was 58, but in 2024, it was 51. So you could see the progression going to this way. We know the silver tsunami is here. We know that one in five seniors will, 1 in 5 people will be seniors as 2030. Every 8 seconds, somebody turns 65 years age or older. That's the baby boomer generation. And now Gen X is, coming up within that, right? So we know the demographics and you know what's happening. It's the largest transfer of wealth in history right now. And how are we growing our business and how are we helping people transfer that wealth, but then maintain that wealth? Because the other statistic that comes up is every single person who is a multimillionaire, billionaire, always has their hands in real estate. There's never been someone who hasn't had that. Maybe with crypto coming up, we'll see a little bit of a different billionaire type personality. Who knows if XRP, if they keep saying XRP is going to hit $1,000 a share, at $3 right now. We'll see. We'll see, right? That always, like, look at all the Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires that happen. I've heard that story over and over again. And now banks are accepting crypto as currency. Crazy. It's going to be something new. And then the first credit card just came out for XRP. Um, it's kind of crazy, that whole world, right? But pushing that all into real estate, right? Real estate, our seniors need to be supported in a really special way. And we know that our seniors need to be protected. They're a vulnerable population. They may have estranged children. They may have neighbors that are around them that are probably don't have the best interest. But before we dive into that a little bit, I want to let everyone know about a couple of changes that are happening and how we are progressively moving forward. So many of you may or may not know that Coach Gretchen is having her third baby. And so Gretchen is still going to be an active member in the community. And she is streamlining her business operations and involvements and things to prepare for her third baby. So she's kind of taking a step back from the PAC coaching community. And we all understand that, you know, when you have a lot going on and a new bundle of joy coming into your realm. So with that being said, we're going to make a little bit of an adjustment because there's still 3 coaches. So you have Paul, myself, and Corey. And we have Gretchen's kind of just becoming a member of the community right now because she's got a lot to prepare for with her kiddos. And so we are going to be still offering the free morning call, the LFG calls, but we're going to switch the schedule around a little bit so that it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Just makes it a little bit more predictable for you, for your schedule. So Monday is Paul, Wednesday would be myself, and Friday would still be Corey. And that still is 10 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Central time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. I was doing the math in my head, right? Like, can I do that quickly? And then on Thursdays, we have a business spotlight one week and script and role play another week. That also will be offered for our LFG members as a free class for them to join. So that's something that's new. And then we also have our masterminds. So we still have our masterminds that we have every month. And the mastermind will be Mondays. We have Paul doing the Mindset Mondays. On Tuesdays, we'll be offering a learning workshop. And then the Friday will be the workshop of implementation for you so that you can take what you learned and now implement that. So the calendar is just going to tweak just slightly, but it's more about getting that blueprint for you. I listened to everything you all said on the LFG call last week. I internalized it. We talked about it as a group, and we want you to be able to have a blueprint so that you learn. So I teach you, we all teach you as coaches, we do together, and then you do, right? So this way it's an easier step-by-step process. Yes, Sherry, the masterminds are for members. The membership is $99 a month, and that's a month-to-month membership. And then we also will have an annual where you would get 2 months for free, and that will also be offered. Now, today we'll also be launching what our team, our members have already been beta testing, and that is called the Engage and Age Content Kit. Now, the Engage and Age Content Kit is launching today. It's a big launch. That is daily content for you to be able to put out on your social media. So your social media could be Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and your Google business profile. Now, your Instagram and Facebook, you can pre-schedule that along with LinkedIn, but those two toggle together on the Meta Suite, or you can use a third-party option that connects them all, and it's one post and it goes out, right? But the engaging kit that we have helps so that one day it's a reel, another day it's a carousel, one day might be a graphic, one day might be a story, and then another day is an engaging post for you to post about in your community. It's to build your content around what is happening within the month and the healthcare observances. This month is all about physical therapy. It's physical therapy month every October. There's also a National Hospice Day that's going to be thrown in there. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is a big one, but for our seniors, it's really focused on how to engage with our seniors, right? And how are we going to get the most out of that? And the post that we put also has hashtags in there for you. So it's a kind of a no-brainer. And then you can just add your own personal hashtags that you all should have if you're using them, because I have mine for my team, for my name, for my area to help with engagement. And this is something that helps you talk the talk that we're talking in your social media site and not have to feel like, what should I post today? Oh, I tried to make that video, didn't come out great. All of this content are thought-provoking ideas for you. You can take one of the posts, which is the beauty of it, and you could take that post and you can do a recorded video for yourself of it. Have your voice go over it, do a voiceover. And I'm finding that my favorite edit app is not Canva right now. Can't believe it. My favorite editing app for reels and video is the new Instagram one. Have you all used that before?
Is that edits?
Yes.
You like it?
I'm digging it. I like it because, and I'll tell you why. Well, actually, this is what the edits looks like. Can you see that? Can you all see that? The little icon. Whoa, it's just got blurry. So it's just edits, and it's the color of Instagram. So my all-time favorite app for in editing apps is TikTok. However, TikTok kind of cuts you up a little bit when you download that video that you take, and it drives me crazy. But the reason why I like TikTok is because it does features that other ones don't. And it also fine tunes your voice. Facebook does that too. Edits does all of them together. And then you can directly post to your Facebook as a reel, to your Instagram as a reel, and then edits has become its own third party social engagement, and it gives you statistics on that reel. And I'm finding that my reels are getting twice as many views when I use an edits reel as if I did it, downloaded it out of Canva, uploaded it to each of them. So I'm finding that the engagement and how they're posting out the engagement is getting me much better results. So how many of you have used that before? Just as a side note, it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't know if you like it, Heather. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty, it's honestly, I felt like it was easier to use than CapCut.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that like even going back to like my beginner stages when I was using Canva, I think it's easier.
It's easier. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
easier and it doesn't take as much space up because I don't know about you all, but I keep running out of space on my iPhone and I have 2 terabytes and I keep running out of space. So I keep having to go in and delete because it says, no, 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 you can't take any more pictures. I have 21,000 pictures on my iPhone. I think I have to do a cleanup. I need a long plane ride so I could do the cleanup so nobody interrupts, right? But that's a give and take relationship with me on my phone. My daughter always yells at me. However, I'm finding that I'm just getting more better results, and you can still do all the things in CapCut, like speed up the video, um, be able to pan a little bit nicer, make sure that it's nice and steady for you when you take a picture. And the one that I just did on my social was I did a walkthrough of a brand new community down here. It is gorgeous. It's Experience Senior Living, which is a newer senior living community down here for us. It's called The Gallery at Hacienda Lakes in Naples. It's gorgeous. They have a 5-star steakhouse inside, bars everywhere, juice bar, this bar, that bar. You walk in and you feel like, I feel like I walked into and I mean this in the nicest way, like a renovated Flamingo casino from Las Vegas. I don't know how else to say it. It's got vibrant colors, but it's not gaudy. It's very Art Deco and it's very tastefully done, but it's just gorgeous. Just about every room has a balcony. They even have apartments that go up to 2,500 square feet. They are expensive. They're close to $10,000 for that a month. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous community. So I kind of started this post with like, this is senior living. My 14-year-old daughter looked at it and was like, no way, that looks like a fancy hotel. And I'm like, nope, this is where you could live. And their food was amazing when we went. So I just did a video of me panning the outside of the community, walking through the front door and the doors opened, like the grand entrance, going through the lobby, going through some common areas and ending in the dining area. And I've gotten a lot of engagement from it. It took me a minute, maybe a minute and a half to take videos of. I do pause my videos after I walk through because everyone says hi to me. Hi, you know, as you concierge always like, can you sign in? I'm not going to walk up with it on. So I pause it, I restart it, and then I get to my next room, I pause it, restart it, and kind of went through. And they were very grateful that I showcased their community because they're brand new. All brand new communities struggle with census, and it's an easy way for interaction. And then I went a step further, and I'm going to spotlight that in my newsletter. So it's tying all the pieces in, right? And tying it in so that it all is cohesive. And for that same month, we're talking the same talk. So, and going back to the engaging kit that we have, not only does it have your what to post content so that it's a variety, you're not posting reels every single day. There's also what referral pop-bys should you be doing and who should you be connecting with for those referral pop-bys. And it gives you a budget item that you could bring around, a mid-price item, and then kind of a higher end item. And why it's done that way is you might be meeting with a referral partner of yours, a reciprocal referral partner that just gave you 3 referrals. You probably want to go get them something as a thank you. Maybe it's from a local company that makes, I don't know, local honey or local candles or local cookies or chocolates. We have a ton of those companies down here that are all local. And like the candles are really nice, but they're $60 a candle. So it's not if you get a candle from them, they also, and you could ask this for your local companies as well, is also put your logo on it so it becomes a promotional item. Because we all know the lovely tax codes say that we can't really spend more than $25 on something. Otherwise, it's not considered, we can't write it off. But if you use it as a promo item that you put your logo on, then it's a marketing item. So something to think about. So as we're going through, because tax season will be upon us shortly, and we have a lot of fun things with all of that we all have to do as entrepreneurs and as folks who have their own business, right? So before I go any further, does anyone have any questions for me? Because there's a lot going on.
I do. I have a question. It's a little bit off topic, if that's okay. So, I was on a call with I was on a call or last Friday, and I'm kind of confused. Not confused, but I guess I don't know the guidance or which way to go. I was introduced to a senior. She's in her 70s, and she's living in a hotel.
Oh,
Her home. She and her husband shared a home together. He passed away, and she she kind of feels like the home is haunted. She doesn't want to go back there. So she's been living in this hotel for over a year. Her sister says that she thinks she's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but me, when I sat and talked with her, she's very adamant on not wanting to go back home, and she's looking for a 55 plus community. So usually for her,
you're
she
breaking up a
just
little one.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. She's really wanting to leave from the hotel and move into a senior community. She doesn't appear to have any ailments or anything like that. She's completely mobile. She doesn't have like any of those issues. So she was saying that she's looking for like a rental condo. So
Mhm.
I offered to help her, but her home that she has, it's already set up in a will to give to her son. So as far as the real estate side, that opportunity is not there. But helping her to find a community, I'm not sure how to actually get paid for my time. It was recommended that I should come on like a caseworker for her and charge like $30 an hour for 2 hours a day. I was just wondering your feedback or input on something like that.
This is really great because a lot of times not everybody understands the amount of time and effort that goes into working with our seniors. Now,
Mhm.
like I have said multiple times before, I did placement. Placement is takes about 30 or 40 hours of your time, and you would get reimbursed from the community. Now, when you do placement, you have to be the first person to call. So it's like the early bird gets the worm. You have to have contracts with those communities. That can take you upwards of 6 months to get a contract signed from corporate. At the community level, they're not signing contracts without their legal team looking at it. So that's a strict like, so you have to look to see who you can partner with for that if you're going to take that route. Now, with this lady, she's not looking at IL, she's not looking at AL, she's looking at 55 and over, which placement doesn't really help with unless it's tied to a senior living community. So you're providing her what's called a concierge service. The concierge service that you're providing, you have to come up with an hourly rate. You need to figure out what your hourly rate is. I know what mine is. Mine's a little bit higher. So you have to figure out what that hourly rate is for you. Um, as you're starting out, you want to start out smaller, right? So we don't want to come in and say, oh, we're $180 an hour or we're $300 an hour, which some people do charge, right? But what are the benefits to what you're doing for them? Now, are you helping her take a look at 55 and over communities? Is it a rental? Is it a purchase? So that's the first thing to decide because there's
Okay.
both. There's
Right.
both of them, right?
Right.
And so you have to figure that out. So then if it becomes a purchase, well, we're covered as real estate agents, right? And we have that covered. And then we're going to do our buyer broker agreement and we're going to negotiate out what our percentage is for our compensation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be one side. Now, if it's a rental, they're really not giving agents a fee,
Mm-hmm.
right? To place them. This is what I'm finding. And then if it's different in your area, if they give you $500 or $1,000, well, then so be it. You're going to get compensated. But
Mm-hmm.
what Frankie is asking is what if the option is nothing? So how do I get compensated? And it's good that you came up with a rate of $30 an hour. And I would start with that $30 an hour. And this is the first test case for you. So
Okay,
she's your
yep.
beta tester, okay? And the reason why I'm putting it that way is you don't know what you're going to do for her, for this specific person, until you start doing it.
Yeah.
So she may want you to help her find a place. She may want you to take a look at her finances to see what she can afford. And then once it becomes over what we do as, real estate agents for our folks, then you partner with a financial advisor for her. She may
Okay.
want you to figure out, how's the house going to get cleared out? What does that look like?
We
She may
talked about that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
She also may want you, she may want you to go in and FaceTime with her to identify what pieces she wants you to have moved for her to her new place so that she feels it's more like home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is not the first time I've heard of this before. It depends, everybody, and I'm going to say something that may not be a popular opinion, but everybody has a different belief structure. And this is something that she strongly believes down to her very soul. And it scares her. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
she's not home. So we have to not say to her, oh, that's silly. There's no such thing, because in her mind, it is very. And she's already getting the no, 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 no from her sister saying you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And so she's already getting that wall. So she's looking for someone who's going to help her, because now she's not going to go to her sister for help because she knows her sister's a no. So
Yes.
now with the way that you can help her is these are the things that I can offer to you. And then with the son getting the house after, that's perfectly fine. And you can help with an elder law attorney who's going to be able to transfer that over to him if she
Mm-hmm.
wants it done beforehand, so that
Mm-hmm.
she may, and you might want to ask her if she wants that, because she has a lot of fear.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's going to be different ways of being able to help her, but you're not going to be able to know exactly what you're helping her with until you go through it. Because with her, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to uncover
Mm-hmm.
once you really start getting into the weeds. And
Okay.
carving out that time, and it may not be every day, but it may be something every other day, and you need to provide her with homework
Okay.
so that she,
All right.
like,
Well,
and it might be something of your homework is, okay, I need you to gather all your power of attorney information, your will. We want to make sure it's in one spot. Do you have a digital copy of it? So that when she does make the move, everything's in a knock box, so to say,
mm-hmm.
for her. And it's
Mm-hmm.
all safe and sound, because she's kind of living transient right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we
She
want to
is.
make sure all of that's together, all of her legacy paperwork, including any insurance, life insurance, Medicare, Social Security statements, her back taxes. Like, where is all of that? Because I can guarantee you it's probably not in the hotel right now.
Yeah.
So it's organizing her on that piece. Then it's organizing her on the piece of where she's going to go. Then it's organizing in the piece of what we're going to bring with us. And then the last piece would be organizing the house so that the
Mm-hmm.
son doesn't walk in and be like, oh my gosh, mom, you haven't lived here in a year. There's a leak in the ceiling. The window's busted. The AC
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work. The furnace doesn't work. Like, the house isn't mechanically sound any longer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's really good information, and I like the term as concierge instead of a caseworker type.
Concierge. Don't put
Yeah.
in the word caseworker
Okay.
as a
Because
rule of thumb, because you're non-clinical.
I'm not a yeah, right. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I actually last night I think I spent maybe 3.5 hours just searching for different senior communities in the area that she wants. And I did that for free. So I actually need to have the conversation with her about the concierge services that
Yeah.
I will offer her. Okay.
And the
Thank
best
you.
tip for you to help find senior living communities is one website. And you're all going to write this down. The one website that you're going to go to is Senior Lee.
Senior Lee,
Senior,
Lee.
nope, seniorly.com. Seniorly.
Okay.
Seniorly has the best, it's like the best Google form. And I've used this since I've been in senior living. It's the best way for you to capture everything. Some people pay for a nicer ad than others, but it's going to give you a good snapshot of what's in your area. Pretty much everyone's going to be on there. And it's going to tell you really quickly what does the, thank you, Donna, what is the community name? What do they offer? What's their starting rate? Now, could it be off? Of course. Information is only as good as the people who update it. But at the same point in time, it's a great starting point for you so that you're not Googling everything. And then you can take, okay, well, these are the 5 that are 55 and over in our area. Now let's dive into those. So it's faster because we're all about like, how can we be efficient and quick? So I love this topic, Frankie. This is fabulous.
Thank you. Didn't we did a class on this on Senior League? Didn't the lady, she came in and gave us she did a call with us and she was talking about this platform? Was
So
that
that
her?
was Senior Care Authority. That's Cynthia.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And the reason why I know that Cynthia uses Seniorly is because when I left senior living and started my venture into real estate, I worked for Cynthia as a consultant.
Okay.
And that is the training that we received, right? So Senior Care Authority is a nationwide placement
Yes.
agency. She owned 2 platforms, 2 franchises, one in New York City and then the one down here in Southwest Florida. But she is a national speaker. She's been written, like she's published in, I believe it's the New York Post. And she's an Alzheimer's trainer and a certified dementia trainer as well. She's just a wealth of knowledge. So if
Yeah.
you go back into our LFG recordings, I believe that's also on YouTube, you could check out that particular, and Rose, can you repost that particular one with Cynthia? It was a couple of months ago, July 31st.
Yeah, that was a great call. She is a wealth of information. Yep.
She's an awesome person. And you want to know what? She's very fair. She's very thorough. But if you notice in the way that she presents, she's stern. And she's like that with her people because if you kind of are like, how can I help you? What's going on? We have to be there as a guiding realm for them. And it doesn't mean that you're mean. It just means that we're here for the information. So when you watch how Cynthia is, she's like that when she meets with people. That's her personality that always shines through. And it's just something to observe, body language, right? Which is really important, and how we need to be working with our seniors, with guiding them to what the options are. However, this has been a great class. We're 3 minutes over. If you are a member today, we are going to be meeting at 11 and talking about building out your partners. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups. So this class today is how to build out your partners. We're going to have a partner spotlight on Thursday, and then Friday is the workshop on how to implement that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will drop my email in the chat. Rose, can you make sure to find that July 31st recording and post that in the group, please? And I am going to drop my email. Always reach out to me via email. You can also text me for those who might have my number. And I would be happy to help you through your journey here with learning to work with our seniors. So I hope you all had a great day. Did anyone find any of this helpful? I see some heads nodding.
Yes, very much. Thank you, Felicia. We really appreciate it. You always bring it.
Thank you. You're so sweet, Donna. I appreciate that. And so I will see you all. For those of you who are members, I will see you all at 11. For those of you who are not, we'd love for you to join us. Keep us posted on how we can help you through your journey and start making your business flourish. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.